Okay guys, what do you think that professional courses in India should be introduced in Hindi language or not? Because it's our national language. According to me, I don't think so. Because professional courses are somewhat which relates to the professionalism. And now due to globalization, we just not compare or we just not compete with our home countries, but of course the countries all over the world. So according to me, English is a global language, and all the professional courses should be taught in English because we have to compete with all over the world, not in our home only.
Yeah, I also think that now it's gonna be create a problem in the future for the students who are going to do their education in Hindi will face the problems while the interviews.
I don't believe that they'll face problem, but yeah, at times they can. I mean, according to me, learning English is a different thing, and being intelligent is a different thing. In our society, it is considered that the one who knows English is more intelligent than the one who knows Hindi. But it's not the truth. The truth is that the one who is speaking in Hindi has more knowledge than the one who is speaking in English. So according to me, if an institute like we know that in Bhopal also there is an institute where there's a college where there is the Hindi course in different and English, and only 5 students are there who have opted for Hindi. So according to me, there is a reason, and that's the reason behind all this is that English has in 21st century in India, English is given so much preference that somewhere Hindi has lost its importance. So it is very much necessary for us to gain that importance again.
See, we also see that our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, have when he visited to the America, he given his speech in the Hindi. So that was really a very great and very proudful moment for all of us, that somewhere he's coming up with our Hindi important.
I agree with you, Arpita. As you said, people who knows English will tell their intelligence. It's not a true thing, but I too believe in that professional courses will be if introduced in Hindi. Then it must be a advantage for students of Hindi medium students because they get problem in studying in English languages or English medium. So if the professional courses will be introduced for them in Hindi, so that they can get ease in their studying and continue their studies in Hindi language too.
But don't you think, Harshita, the people opting for Hindi professional courses will be able to qualify and graduate from their courses? But in outer world, who will be ready to give them the jobs? Because the boss of the company does not know the Hindi language. He does not know the technical terms used in Hindi. He will definitely not appoint someone who is of Hindi medium and does not understand the English language or the term used in the English.
Actually, this mentality is brought up by our parents since our childhood. As when I was in second, even I used to hear this from my mom and dad that my daughter is studying in English school, and I am very much proud of it. But I don't believe that if I am in English school, that will make the one who is in Hindi medium more or less than me. I mean, if he has knowledge and he knows his language better than me, he can scope good and get a better job than me.
Actually, friends, there are certain things which we should add in. The first thing is that it is good to start Hindi professional courses, but we can see that there is a college in our Bhopal which has introduced Hindi course, but it is not that much fruitful because only 5 students have taken part in that, but we can't see the results. Actually, the thinking of people is that people thinks that English is a more competitive language, and it is it has a standard, and we are living in a world where competition is very big in professions. We can see that
See, it is very much important for us to understand that English is important, but it is not a necessity. So, I mean, it is not compulsory for every person to know English, and I mean, I don't believe that every person should know English.
As our India that is getting developing so fast, and government is supporting us, so we should also be cooperate them, and we should learn English language, because English language is very important and that make a person smarter.
But friends, don't you think that we have come with our English having with the English language so very far that we cannot turn back and roll back the time where the Hindi was considered as the most preferred language in our country? Because if the thing comes to the Hindi language, yes, it's a national language and every child's upbringing is with that language only. But if on the other hand, where it come to the studies, every person should be given education or the professional courses should be in English only, because in outer world he have to face the world with the other languages, the other countries. So it's not the thing that one should be knowing Hindi very well, but in least he have to face the world in English language only.
I totally agree with you, Neha. But what if let's just take an example. If it is let's take an
It's not about that, Neha. You said that in last we have to face only English only. If you see China, then the China only says if you knows my language, that is Chinese, then only you can come here for an interview or you can work here. If you don't know our language, that is Chinese, then you can't work over there.
like we can take an example. If we talk about us, you and me, if we discuss in a class that let's see that this thing is coming in our college also, that we opt for Hindi or English, which course would you prefer? You'll prefer with English, but I am from English medium school, but if my friend, if she's from Hindi medium, she'll opt, and she wants to opt for Hindi, but she won't. But I know she will not opt for Hindi because there are less students, and she will feel inferior. So this is the mentality which mainly needs to be changed. Like if she opts for Hindi, she can score much more than me. But if she'll opt for English, she won't be able to show her talent. And just because she wanted to be with the Bhed Chal, I should say, she went with the English option. So this mentality should be changed. I mean, somebody should tell her that she can she can opt for the Hindi also, and she can score good.
Of course, there are some ways that we should reserve our Hindi language, but it's not common or it's not so easy for us to opt it so suddenly. So it will take time. And if we think that soon English will be a dominant language on our national language, so it is not so, because government is also taking many initiatives. And we should not only think that only private colleges are opting for English, so we will be, in coming few years, we will be losing our Hindi language. Rather, government colleges are teaching every subjects in Hindi, except for professional courses.
One of the best thing about our government is that all the government work is only being done in the language Hindi.
But if you are very much good in Hindi as far as English is concerned, then you can also, then also your personality can improve. I mean, one can groom himself by knowing Hindi also. It's not necessary for English.
He thinks that somewhere the people take interest only when we will speak a good English. If we know a good English, then people will say, oh wow, that man is really speaking English very fluently.
And of course, English is also taken as a show-off language, which you can show off with. Wherever you go, you are not considered to be that it loves show-off. So of course, Hindi is followed by many people nowadays.
That's the reason why I said that English is important. It's not a necessity. And Shivam, I do speak English, but that does not mean I'm standing in a group where I would like to eat pani puri and I will start speaking in English. So that's the thing. We should know place where we are supposed to speak which language.